Hi guys, welcome to Simplifying Tech and Programming. So in today's session we are going to check about Elasticsearch aggregation with the help of Java program. So for this I'm using my blog. So blog link is provided into video description. So now let's understand what is aggregation and how we can apply to Elasticsearch. So aggregation is basically, suppose you have a data set and you want to count the number of records, or you want to sum the particular records, or you want to find the average of particular records. You have to find the maximum of that records or minimum of that records. So for that we can use the aggregation. So aggregation we can simplify into the Java also, into SQL also. So currently we are going to see the aggregation. So in Elastic we can call this as a matrix aggregation. So metric aggregation will help to compute the matrices from the field value of the aggregated document, and sometime some values can be generated by using scripts. Okay, so these are few metric aggregation. So we are going to check. So the functionality is same, just we have to implement by using Elasticsearch. Okay, so for that let's go to hands-on. And for the practical setup we need Elasticsearch to be started. So if you new to my channel, then just visit my earlier videos to install and configure the Elasticsearch database. Okay, so with that, so I'm just going to my home directory of Elasticsearch and I'm just starting the Elasticsearch. Okay, so just go here, just go to bin folder and say Elasticsearch. Yeah, so our Elasticsearch is started on port 9022, sorry, 9200. Okay, so let's start the Kibana also in order to verify the records in the database. So just go to bin directory, say cmd, and hit Kibana and enter. So it will start the Kibana. So meanwhile, let's go to this and let's start creating our Java project. Okay, so we are using Eclipse Java 8 version with the Eclipse. So we are using Maven project in order to set up the Java project. Okay, so just go to Eclipse and start create new Maven project. Say create new Maven project. Maven project. So next, create simple project. Name as a Elastic Java aggregation. Okay, give same name as a group ID. Just a finish. Okay, so this project is created. Now in order to connect with the Elasticsearch database, so we have to add some dependencies to configure the Elasticsearch. So these are dependencies I have listed here, so I'm just copying it. So it will require the Elasticsearch client, and it will require the Elasticsearch, and it will require some Jackson library also. So this is just dependency I need to add into home.xml. So just save it. Okay, so we are using 7.11.2 version, so which is latest at current date. Yeah, so we need some sample data in order to aggregate our data. Yeah, proceeding further, we need Kibana. So we already started Kibana, so let's see if it is started. Yeah, so Kibana is started on 5601 port. So our Kibana will be starting, loading the Elastic Kibana. So Kibana is a dashboard to see the Elastic data. So it is like just like a SQL developer to visualize your data. So just go to Dev Tools in Kibana in order to see your data. Yeah. So Now we need some sample data in order to like play with the aggregation function. So this is the sample data, sample script I have provided. So in this example, we are using index name coaching classes. So just I am adding the simple data. So I want to create this coaching classes index. Inside that, it will represent the information about coaching class, courses, and its fees. Okay. So we will keep the data set simple, and it is only include limited parameters like what is the class name and what is the course and instructor name, language, seats available, and fees. Okay, so fees is difference. Okay, so we just need to add this data into Elasticsearch. So copy this, go to Kibana. Okay, so these 5 records I will insert. Okay, so just select it and say execute. Yeah, so you can see it is created. This is like a unique ID for this, and the record is created. Okay, so we want to verify that it is inserted or not. So just copy this and write the search query. So I can see total records are 5, means 5 records are inserted. Okay, now we have to play with aggregation function from our code. Okay, so the data is available now. Now go here. So now create the Java classes and make the connection. Okay, so now we have to create one Java class and add the connection parameters in order to connect with Elasticsearch. So go to src main Java, right click and say create new class, Elastic Java gr. Okay, so just to finish. Okay, so class is created. Now we will just adding this aggregation function code to our new class. So I will explain this in detail after adding the to Java class. Okay, so okay, so just say Control Shift O in order to import your packages. Okay, so I have to use, I'm using this util map, and yeah, so we are using REST high level client in order to connect with the Elasticsearch database. So yeah, so I'm using port 9200 on which I'm connecting to Elasticsearch. Now what I'm doing, so I'm just fetching the coaching classes index by using this search request. So search request is basically the select query in order to like fetch the data from Elasticsearch. Okay, so I'm giving this table name kind of thing, like this is the index name for Elasticsearch, and this is the like query or query builder, you can say. So search source query builder. So by using this I can develop my query and add into this query builder to execute. So it is saying match all queries, means it will match the all data whichever we are filtering. Now here I am adding the aggregation. So now let's aggregation begin. So to add an aggregation to perform part of search, means we are adding one aggregation that is called as sum. So I need to collect the data, and I need to find the summation of fees. Means I need to find out the what is the total number of fees whichever is offered into the course. Okay, so now if you can see in the here, so here total number of fees is 4000 for chemistry, then for maths it is a 3000, for biology it is a 2000. Okay, so if I want to enroll to all courses from this brilliant academy, then I need to find out I number of fees. Okay, so for this I'm using this aggregation. So I just have to add the sum to the aggregation builder. Okay, and now here what I'm doing, so So this is like fetching the data from Elastic, and here just I'm this is the search query where your statement will execute and it will return the data into result set. So I'm iterating that result set and just I'm printing the data which is available into Elasticsearch. So this is only for printing the data. Okay. So this we already seen in previous sessions, that how we can fetch the data in from Elasticsearch. So this is like by using the search hits. So we are getting one map, or it is all in JSON format, right? So this JSON we are converting into map and we are printing this. So I will execute this, then you will understand much better. Okay. Now I want to print my output of aggregation. I need this API for the Elasticsearch. So Elasticsearch has provided this sum aggregation API. So an aggregation that computes the sum of the values in the current bucket. Okay. So by using this, I am getting the aggregation from search response, and here I am getting sum dot get value, so that whatever the sum of the values should be assigned to result, and I am printing the result here. Okay, so just save it and let's run it so that we will get to know what it is doing. Okay. So it is printed the data, like so here I said, like whatever the data we are fetching data from Elasticsearch, whatever is data is there, and we are just iterating and we are printing. So here I have written the print statement in for loop. So all data came here. So now my aggregation sum is also printed, so that aggregation is executed and I got the sum of all courses of fees. Okay, so these 5 courses combinedly it will cost as a 18,000 fees for this all 5 courses. Okay, so now this is about sum. Now we want to explore more. So for that we will take one more aggregation function, that is aggregation sum and mean. Okay, so now we are going to see the average of fees and minimum, what is the minimum fees which is offered for which course, and what is the maximum fees offered for which course. So it is simple. So just we have to add the aggregation parameter to the search source builder. Search source builder is a a query formatter, you can say, or not formatter. So it will provide the query syntax to be executed into the search Elasticsearch. Okay, so now so we have to find the average, minimum and maximum fees from the given data set. So I just has to import this predefined functions into Elasticsearch. Control space, import this, control space, import this. Yeah, so same like sum. So I'm doing averaging now. So I'm using this average function of Elasticsearch, so which computes the average of values in the current bucket. Okay, so by using search response, the search response is having my result set, but I want to apply aggregation of average to that result set. So that's why I'm saying that get average, and here in this variable, so I'm returning the output and I'm printing that. So which same is apply for minimum and maximum. So I have to find the minimum fees offered for which course and maximum fees offered for which course. So just save it, and I want to run it now. Yeah, so here in for loop it is printed the whole data set, and here it is printed the aggregates. So we got the average fees, average fees for these 5 courses will be 3,600. Okay, we got the minimum as a 2,000. So here you can see the minimum amount is a 2,000, so that it is listed in minimum aggregation function, and maximum is 6,000, so it is listed here. So by using this we can find the minimum, maximum and average. So now moving further, so there are a few other functions in the aggregation, which is cardinality. Yeah, okay. So you have to just import this, say Control Shift. So cardinality is nothing but your total number of unique records. So it is same like a count, but it will return the distinct records. Okay, or it will return the count of distinct records. Okay, so now we have applied cardinality for which function? For fees only we have applied cardinality. Okay, so just I'm running this. So it returned the distinct count for the for the provided data set. So I want the distinct count for fees. Like I can see this 3000 fees common for two courses. Okay, so it is counted as a one. So how it is counted? 1 2 3 4 means three. It duplicate it. It taken as a one only. So the cardinality count is the 4. Now we want one more aggregation. There is total count with considering the duplicates also. Okay, so cardinality is for a distinct count and count is for overall count. So what cardinality says, the aggregation that computes the approximate number of unique terms, means it will give the unique records. And what value count is saying, it will get the whole number of values of current document that's set to the specific field. Means here I am setting this to feeds or seats available. Okay, now it will count uh, the seats available for the courses. Okay, so it will just, I have to save it and run it. Yeah, so we got the aggregation count as 5. So what we have done here, so we are using count for seats available. So now we will do same fees for count. Let's see how it counts. So you can able to find the difference between cardinality and count. Okay, so I'm just running it. Yeah, so you can see our aggregation count is written as a 5, but cardinality has written as a 4. Why this is so? Because this is one value is duplicate for one course, so that's why our cardinality count the unique records, and this count counts the overall records. To illustrate better, so we will start this program into debug mode, so that we will understand that how that query is forming and how that aggregation is forming. So I just ran this program into debug mode. Yeah, so on line number 32, so my query is forming, and on line number 41, so my aggregation is added. So let's verify this variable, and I'm pasting into Kibana. Okay, so you will get the better understanding. So here I just want to copy this, go to settings, say auto indent. Okay, so now how it look like. So basically, like in coaching classes, so there are this is the query to get all data. Now these are aggregation. So these aggregation will provide the sum for fees. Okay, so it will give the all summation for the fee, average of fees, then minimum from the fees, maximum from the fees, cardinality from the fees. Okay, so just say execute. Yeah, so it will give the aggregation here. Okay, so it will give the minimum value, maximum value, and same this we are executing in the directly into the Kibana, so that we are getting these aggregations. Okay, so as output, same we are getting it here also, like from the Java code also. So here what I'm fetching, so whatever I have this value here into the sum, this aggregation I'm fetching. So from aggregations I'm fetching the sum. Okay, So from my aggregation, so I'm getting the sum aggregation. So I have to print this sum. So just like this, I'm printing it. So my sum is printed and everything is printed. So same way, whatever we are doing into Java, so actually we can execute this query. So this query also I will add into my block. So this way, like we can able to like aggregate the data by using Elasticsearch. So source code is available on GitHub, so you can download it by using these links. So I will provide this links into video description. Yeah, so stay tuned further for more Elasticsearch and real-time services tutorials. So thanks a lot for watching.